iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Texas Motor Speedway here, the great American Speedway. Opened back in 1996, the first ever race here in the real side of racing. Tonight, though, we go virtual racing here tonight. It's the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series, presented by Red Light Racing. Texas, they say everything is bigger in Texas. The cars, the speed, the hat. That's right, I got my cowboy hat on. What about you out there, race fans? This tonight, though, is the 5th race of the season. Who have picked up wins this season? None other than Tony Strano at the season opener at Daytona International. And then it was Max Terrill at Iowa taking the cornfields by storm. Then at North Wilkesboro, throwing it way back like when I had hair. Chris Hammett picked up the win at North Wilkesboro. And then Zach Mitchell went twisties and turns at Watkins Glen to pick up the win in round number 4. So round number 5 here at Texas is going to be pretty important because this marks the halfway point in the regular season. Those drivers I just mentioned, they are locked into the championship playoffs. These other drivers that are here tonight, they are biting for a chance to go playoff racing. It is just about time to get down trackside tonight for our Southern Rattles starting lineup. So what do you say we head down there now and get that underway? And this is how they're going to line up here tonight. Starting on the front row, it looks like a bunch of Virginia natives out here. The number 51 of DJ Anderson will start there, P number 1. To his outside, look at that, the Southern Rattles, number 15 of Peyton Johnson. They're into the 3rd spot here tonight, the number 62 out of Tennessee. That'll be Ethan Troutman. And that'll be William Ridgway, car number 39. Back into the 5th spot, a one-time winner this season, a multiple-time champion and winner with the series, car number 42 of Max Terrill. The 99 at Cole Day didn't have a great practice time, but he threw in a burner here in qualifying. He'll start 6th. Dalton Williamson back in action tonight, the Florida driver, car number 61 will start 7th. Jason Wells, the alien himself, will start back into the 8th spot, while Chris Hammett will start in 9th. 10th will go to the 01, the Full Throttle Racing Adventure and Pixel 01 of Richard Murdoch. Jeffrey Souza in the Triad Racing, number 4, will start 11th. Sean Butler in car 88 will start back into the 12th starting spot here tonight. And then starting way back into the 13th starting position here, it's going to be Trent Potter. Had a great run at Watkins Glen until his night went upside down at car number 28. He'll start 13th. James Skelton will have some ground to make up. He'll start back into the 14th spot. Zach Mitchell, car number 8. He'll start 15th. 16th to Tim Combs in the 17 machine. Joe Strano back in 17th. Tony Strano, 18th here tonight. Ryan O'Donnell the little engine that could. We'll start 19th, Josiah Millen in the 20th starting spot here tonight. 21st to Joshua Buckley. 22nd to the Feeney call, number 38 of Brandon Feeney. Donald Bennett in car number 31 will start 23rd. 24th on the grid will be Sir Danny Valenzuela out of Utah. And it's going to be Bob Higgins in the 20-year anniversary checkered flag auto supply number 30. They'll start 25th, and Thomas Ridgway in the 03 entry will start shotgun to the field. That's our Sonratus legal starting lineup here tonight from the Texas Motor Speedway. You see him down the back straightaway, 2x2, getting ready to go racing here tonight. 90 laps the distance here tonight in our 5th round of the season. Race fans, who do you have here tonight that is going to pick up the big W? 25 drivers make the call to the grid. Thomas Ridgway looks like he will miss the call. We'll see if he can get that car onto the raceway and make a lap here tonight. Otherwise, it's 26th for him. Pace car off the racing surface. 90 laps here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Goes green flag racing right about now. Great start by DJ Anderson. He'll lead him into turn 3 for the first time. Will he be able to lead lap number 1 here tonight at Texas? As it looks like he will do the Texas two-step. DJ Anderson leading lap number 1. Ethan Troutman side by side with Cole Day. That's the battle for the 4th spot here. Cole Day taking the advantage to the outside will take that spot away. We'll see if the inside lane prevails as the dominant one or if the outside lane will start to work its way in. Texas does move around just a little bit. It will start to wear the tires out, especially with these Xfinity machines. See that 64 stuck to the outside right now. Not a lot of rubber built up. Not a lot of grip yet to the outside lane. That's going to be the number 6. Also there, Chris Hammett down to the inside. Dalton Williamson just ahead of them into that 7th position as they work down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Once again they go. Everybody still chasing DJ Anderson, who just set the fastest lap time of the night. Richard Murdoch up out of the groove that time, coming through the try over there. Think he may have just got a little piece of the outside wall with the right front fender of the Adventure in Pixels 01 machine. You see him right there. See if we can find a better angle. See if we can get a zoom in on that car. See if our camera crew out there can get that for us. See if there's any damage really done to the 01. Or if it's going to be all right, straight as a bullet here tonight for Murdoch. Murdoch has dropped out of the top 10 here from where he started. Now back into the 13th position. See, a bunch of the leaders have already single-filed themselves out. You got to go all the way back to that Zach Mitchell, Richard Murdoch. That's where the battles are right now, a little bit deeper into the field. The Souza Media entries right there. There you see car number 4, Jeffrey Souza. Starting way deep into the 17th starting spot here tonight. He's going to have a lot of ground. 90 laps and a little bit of strategy will get that number 4 there by the end of the race. One car off the pace back there. I believe that was Sir Danny Valenzuela, the Utah driver. Didn't quite make the call last week, but he's here tonight. There you see Sir Danny Valenzuela. I believe he's got some hot sauce on that car here tonight. Must be on the tires too as he get up out of the groove. Everybody still chasing that man out front. DJ Anderson, Peyton Johnson, and William Ridgway. Still the top 3 drivers. They have pulled away a little bit from the little engineer of Cole Day. kind of sitting by himself. Big move to the inside. Here comes Max Terriel. He'll slingshot himself to the inside of the body armor number 62 as they work down into turn number 1 and 2. See if that 62 or 42 can keep the momentum up, and he does. Here comes Dalton Williamson. He'll now boot, scoot, and boogie down to the inside of turn number 3 here. 61 trying to pick up another spot there as Troutman continues to be on the outside lane. He'll now tuck back in line. He'll lose 2 spots, but Ethan Troutman now running into the 7th spot, and everybody through the field has now single filed themselves out here on lap number 9. Just behind them, Jason Wells and James Skelton, the fisherman. Getting late into the season for James Skelton. Late into the season for fishing, that is. Haven't seen very many posts about him being out on the boat lately. Or even taking walks. Must be busy selling houses down there. $1 million condos is what I'm told. He's not just a fisherman, he's a $1 million real estate agent. The guy you want to sell your house. Cole Day has started the pullback in the top 3 drivers right now. We'll see if that 99 can continue to work its way closer. Peyton Johnson going to take a swing to the inside, see if he can find a little grip for that Celeratus number 15. Having his best run of the season here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Peyton ran a part-time limited schedule a couple seasons ago here with the series. Now he's back in a full-time aspect. Now he's hounding all over DJ Anderson. Anderson, a veteran with the series, multiple wins across all the divisions. As William Ridgway, a newcomer to the series altogether here, came in with Peyton. Both these drivers running on the same team this year, even though it looks more like a Rick Ware Racing setup. One's a Chevrolet, one's a Ford. You just never know what you're going to get. I guess that's an old Forrest Gump saying, isn't it? Yeah, Doyle, I don't get it either. These drivers have settled it out with Peyton falling back. Cole Day is definitely now hot to trot here at Texas. Must have giddied up on his horse. And here comes Max Terriel. And also, he knows a thing or two about how to get around this speedway. There you see the top 5. Then the 61 of Dalton Williamson back there. We always talk about Williamson and how he's one of those short track drivers, but comes out here to dabble on a Monday night, trying to get his big track skills a little bit better. A couple weeks ago, he was having a great run until the end of the race, and something gone awry on the 61 machine. Well, Doyle, we know all about that work. I'll let you go to work for me after this race and work a 12-hour shift tonight for me. All right, I appreciate that, buddy. Look who has fallen outside the top 15, though. Jason Wells. There you see the Alienware number 64. I don't see any damage on that green number 64 machine, but I can tell you that it is down the pecking order. There is, that's the 29 of Trent Potter. He's getting back around. We talked about it early on here tonight, race fans. One driver not making the call at all tonight, and that was the number 03 of Thomas Ridgway. He did not make the call to the green flag. The only driver to not make the green flag tonight. Tim Combs going to get underneath Joe Strano there. You see the Road Rage Accessories number 23 of Joe Strano. Never got to ask old Joe what his due date is for his wife. Joe and his wife expecting their first child coming up in February. February 20th is a great day. Just saying, guys. So looking here on coming to complete lap number 17, probably going to be expecting about, give it about another, I'm going to say 6 to 8 laps for these drivers. Probably about as far as they're going to go here tonight on fuel. So we'll see who tries to push the envelope and who is going to bring it down first. Jeffrey Souza going to make a little bit of a slide job up in front of that number 62 of Troutman. Troutman continuing to trend into the wrong direction also. We talked about Wells, who was back outside the top 15. Ethan Troutman now down 9 positions from where that body armor entry had started here tonight. Not sure if he's saving fuel from the drop of green flag here tonight, or if there are some handling woes on the machine. Tim Combs trying to get underneath Richard Murdoch. Front two have boot scooting boogied out. DJ Anderson has about a 1 second lead over the third place machine of Max Terriel. Terriel did just get around Peyton Johnson, so he is now sitting into the third spot. Johnson still having a really good run here in the first half of this race tonight here at Texas. See Murdoch and Combs back here. They have officially swapped those positions. Jason Wells is starting to close in on them. He just got around Joe Strano about 3 laps ago. Back there running now in 15th for Jason Wells. Looking for the storylines here tonight. It's been a while since Sean Butler has gone to victory lane. I believe it's been a season, at least a season at this point, since that 88 of Sean Butler's been able to go to victory lane. He did not run a full season last year. Only ran the first handful of races and then had work obligations and travel obligations that took him away from competing for another championship with the series. Back this year, though, you see the 61 of Dalton Williamson trying to get to the inside. Maybe a little contact down into 3. They rub fenders a little bit, and both drivers separate. So, well, rubbing is racing, especially here at Texas. While these two drivers continue to run side by side, though, that allowed Chris Hammett to get right back up on the deck lids of these machines. Wonder if Chris Hammett's willing to put them 3 wide here going down into 1. He's got to have a run. What's he going to do with it? He'll just lift out of the throttle and tuck back in line. That's the smart, wily veteran thing to do. James Skelton's right there. Sean Butler, Zach Mitchell, Troutman's hanging on. And now Jeffrey Souza into the 12th spot, just behind that battle. So just 2 wide wasn't good enough. We had to make it 2 by 2. As you see the 86, James Skelton got around the number 6 there. That puts Chris Hammond to the outside. We have just not seen the outside lane work very well here tonight. As you see the 99 of Day surge off of turn 2. Looking to clear that number 61 of Williamson, and he will actually get that done. See everybody going single file now as the 6 of Chris Hammond tucked in behind the 88 of Butler. That 86 of Skelton, though, going to the inside here of Williamson, down to the turn number 1. Williamson trying to get back down to the inside here after losing the spot to James Skelton. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to. Skelton kind of took that higher entry line into 3 that time. He'll get the straight run off turn number 4 through the tri-oval. And he'll put about a car length and a half now, maybe 2, now call it 3. That was an absolute great run. First car to pit road, though, is looking like that's going to be the number 38 of Brandon Feeney. He'll bring the Feeney car number 38 to pit road. So the first driver to come. Usually Feeney, one of those drivers that likes to stretch it about as far as he can take it. Tonight, though, he'll be the first one to pit road. Max Terriot looks like he's really fast here tonight. He'll pick up that second spot away from William Ridgway just before the green flag pit cycle starts. So now can Max run down DJ Anderson before they both hit pit road. There's the gap between first, second, and third as they come across the line. They're complete lap number 28. Nobody else has come to pit road, so Feeney the first one to make the call. There's Ryan O'Donnell trying to get to the inside of the number 28 of Trent Potter. O'Donnell's Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry here tonight. Trying to support those, those Turbo Dork guys. They're out of the Texas area. So Ryan trying to put on a good show here tonight for them. So everybody just trying to work themselves here to that first green flag pit stop of the evening. Donald Bennett has now come to pit road. It looks like there's that 31, the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. The Stars and Bars, number 31 here tonight. They'll come to pit road, and now some other drivers. Chris Hammett, Tim Combs, some of the leaders now will make their way on to pit road. It'll be 4 tires and fuel for everybody. I don't think anybody's going to take those 2 tires here just yet. Also, here comes now the 3 of Strano. The number 13 of Joshua Granny Hips Buckley entry will also come to pit road. Looks like everybody has been able to come to pit road here that have come so far without having any issues. Cold Day will peel off, so will the 4 of Jeffrey Souza. They're the next ones to come down. No problems just yet here coming on to pit road. Saw a couple of weeks ago, a couple drivers had some miscues as they made their way onto pit road. There's nothing so far here tonight. Max Terriot has gotten out of the back bumper of DJ Anderson. What is he going to do since now he's gotten there? Does he come to pit road? Look at Max, such a great middle of 3 and 4. He'll work to the outside here. It's still going to be DJ Anderson at the line. Max was just giving him a little bit of a showing, saying, "Hey, I'm right here." Peyton Johnson, Joe Strano to pit road. Race leader's going to continue to burn a couple more laps off these tires here, trying to stretch the fuel as far as they can go. Sir Danny Valenzuela to pit road. Zach Mitchell coming to pit road. He'll bring down that number 8 machine, the 4X Racing entry. Now Trent Potter also coming to pit road. Number 31 of Donald Bennett has been sitting on pit road for a little while. As Mr. Millen will bring down the EcoBoost Ford to pit road. Looks like here the race leaders come. Oh, trouble for DJ Anderson. Sideways for the number 51. He was able to gather it up, but boy, he was sideways and locking them up back there. It looks like that's the 61, the 62, and the 01. So Williamson, Troutman, and Murdoch almost coming together. Everybody got them woed up and under control. Oh, Millen's going to get turned down on pit road. The 55 out into the grass. Looked like, I believe that was him and possibly either Troutman or Murdoch. Made a little contact there on pit road. Let's take a look. There you see the 55. He had just exited his pit stall. Oh, that was actually the 61 of Williamson. Williamson turned left. Millen had just exited his pit stall. Not sure if Williamson just didn't see him. He probably had a spotter counting down 3, 2, 1. Make the left. And fortunately, Millen going to go out there into the grass. And we'll see what kind of... It looks like 55 is going to have to come back to pit road. Uncontrolled pit exit for the number 55 of Millen after getting turned off the nose of the number 61. New race leader, though, after the green flag pit cycle has cycled through here. 39 of William Ridgway, the rookie, is now our race leader. So with William Ridgway leading the way, first time he has led laps here tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway. Chris Hammond is running now P number 2. And look who's third. That's the 99 of Cole Day. Then Peyton Johnson is running into the 4th spot. DJ Anderson sitting back 3.5 seconds from the race leader. He beat Max Terrill off pit road. They still run nose to tail, though, 5th and 6th for DJ and Max. Jeffrey Souza has worked himself now up into the 4th spot. We told you Jeffrey Souza always finds his way to the front one way or another. That Triad Racing Stand Analyzer number 4 of Jeffrey Souza will always find his way to the front. He's the only driver that I know that can pull multiple strategies out in a race day and get them to work. He did come to pit road back on lap number 31, where the guy that's right behind him, Zach Mitchell, he came 2 laps later on 33. We'll see if those tires here tonight are going to be a big factor, because these drivers now have pitted all over the board from lap, let's see, who was one of the first ones? 26 for Brandon Feeney, all the way to lap number 35 here for drivers like Jason Wells. As you see Mitchell trying to work to the inside. He'll take the go bowling down there for a strike, and he'll get it. Jeffrey Souza tried to cross back over, but the car got crossed up. We didn't round out the top 10, but that is the number 88 of Sean Butler. But boy, is there a hornet's nest right there for Butler. He's got O'Donnell, he's got Troutman, Williamson, Murdoch, all of them sitting right there. Sean Butler is 2nd overall and all-time wins with the series. He has the most championships in the series, but he sits at 43 wins compared to Max Terrill's 46. Terrill's been full-time and also has 75 more races with the series than Sean Butler. But that is a 27% win percentage. 27% of the time when Sean Butler shows up and unloads, he parks it in victory lane. He has the highest win percentage for anybody that has more than 5 wins with the series. Closing in on the halfway portion of this race here tonight. It's been green flag racing here tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway. We've only seen one major incident, and that was the 55 of Josiah Millen getting spun on pit road off the nose cone there of the number 61 of Dalton Williamson. One driver did not make the call to the grid here tonight, and that was the 03 of Thomas Ridgway. He is officially out of tonight's race. And Donald Bennett, as he came to pit road for his first pit stop, he has not been back out onto the raceway. He is still sitting there 8 minutes in his pit stall as they are trying to diagnose what is wrong with the 31 of Bennett's machine. The stars and bars here tonight for Bennett. Well, they thought of Texas. With all the stars that Texas have, they thought he was going to do good. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the night Bennett wanted, or even, well, Millen. Those two drivers actually living a block away from each other in Pennsylvania. Both of them right now running 24th and 25th. Brandon Feeney was the first car to come to pit road. Remember back there, what was that, lap 20, 25, 26? He's back running into the 18th position right now. Those tires have started to fall off a bit last time by. He ran a 31.5. The car that's coming up on him, that's Trent Potter, pitted back on lap number 33. Trent Potter's last time was a 31.1, so about 0.4 of a second is the difference there between those two drivers. And then there's week 1 winner, Tony Strano, back there. Just kind of hanging out with that Victory Junction gang, number 3. The oil, I believe, tonight is 60% fuel here tonight at Texas. This season, some of the fuel loads have been increased or decreased depending on the track. You give us a little bit better racing. There's the 99 of Dalo up the speedway. Hammett comes on waltzing through. Anderson. There's Max Terriol as we have the battle now inside for the top 5. All these drivers, though, sitting almost 3 seconds back behind the race leader of Ridgeway. Chris Hammett opens up the door also, though, so it's Anderson in the second. Terriol now will have that 3rd spot, and here comes Cole Day. He's worked himself back down to the bottom side of the speedway. Peyton Johnson still sitting here up inside the top 10, trying to get back into the top 5 after the green flag pit cycle. But boy, does he got Zach Mitchell, who is hungry all over. Zach Mitchell will get just to the inside, not able to hold it down there, though. Peyton Johnson able to slam the door in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Riding on board here with Zach Mitchell, the driver out on Farmington, Minnesota. Contact sideways for the 15 of Peyton Johnson. Him and Cole Day, I believe, just made contact down there going into turn 1. And look at everybody scatter. Everybody's all right, but boy, they had to hang on for that one. Good driving there by all those drivers. Take a look here. What happened? Let's watch it back. Well, that was the 6 there. I thought it was the 99 of Day. It was. Day went in, and Johnson may have actually stabbed the brake a little bit there. I don't think he actually made any contact with the back end of the 99. Just completely threw that car sideways. Gonna hurt the tires a little bit. But hey, he's still right here with a chance. He'll work to the inside down the back straightaway of the 6 of Chris Hammett. Peyton Johnson not giving up any. He'll just get right back on the old horse. He'll get by Chris Hammett. And James Skelton has now worked himself into P4 because he just got around Cole Day also down to the bottom side of the speedway. So drivers are making moves here after the halfway part. Talk about the 88 of Sean Butler being way behind the 8 ball here. Looking at it, he's still about 6.5 seconds back. He's running in 9th, just over the halfway portion of this race. He has started to take some chunks out of the race leader, William Ridgeway. He started to pull back in this group of cars up here that have been battling. But don't count him out just yet. Drivers that have not been able to rebound just yet. There's that 64 of Wells. Remember, he started, I believe it was the 8th position here tonight, and he fell back to running about the 17th position as the lowest portion of his night. Now he's running 14th after that green flag pit cycle. There's still time, but how far can he climb? All the Murdoch fans out there, Richards back here. Well, he's running 13th. He's having himself a quiet night. He has lost 3 positions since the drop of the green flag. Just has not seemed to have that speed out of that 0-1 that we're used to seeing. Must be spending a lot of time on that boat that he got. Battle for second here as they work down the back straightaway. That 42, we've seen it. He is fast, and he is fast again here tonight. He will now take over that second spot and let him bump DJ Anderson back to running 3rd. Right on board. A checkered flag onboard camera here with the number 51 of DJ Anderson as they work down into turn number 1. A lot of off-throttle time. trying to hook the bottom down here. If you miss the bottom in 1 and 2, it messes up the whole back straightaway. Takes a while for that momentum to come back. See Max running about a half a lane higher and then diamonds it off. Pulled about 2 car lengths that time through the 3 and 4 on DJ Anderson. So the 42 very fast here tonight at Texas. There goes your race leader. There's second and third, and that's the deficit right now. 1.7 seconds is what the deficit is. We're on lap number 55. Max has, let me take a look. Last time by, it was a 0.3 of a second faster lap. Let's see what this lap is. 31.7 there for Ridgeway and a 31.7 for Max Terrio. So they paced each other that time. Nobody side by side right now. Taking a look at it. Millen has gone multiple laps down. In car 55, you do see he's back out there onto the raceway. No real damage done from that contact with Williamson, but I do see the right front fender on the EcoBoost Ford has been caved in. Well, must be one of those aluminum bodies from Ford. Yep, crinkles just as well as my beer cans do. Murdoch getting pressure, though, for this 13th position. Wells, we talked about, hasn't been able to rebound, but here he is trying to get around that 0-1. The Adventure in Pixels claws up 0-1. Not sure what the adjustments were on the 46 there of Wells. Was very quick in practice here tonight. Set down a decent qualifying effort into the 8th spot, and then all of a sudden come race time. And, well, 64 has dropped back. Now he's trying to climb back through the field. But the driver's getting so strung out under green flag conditions here tonight, though. It just has not worked into the favor for that 64. You see him run that way high line down there in 3. Try to get the momentum built up, but it looks like he's going to lose too much ground trying to go to the outside there. So we will try to regroup next time by here, see if he can get a better run. Talked about Sean Butler trying to pull back in those drivers that were out ahead of him. Well, now you can see him. He has that draft when he goes down the straightaways. There's the 6 of Chris Hammett. So I'm sure Butler right now is starting to look at how that car is as the 99 of Cole Day will peel off. He'll come to pit road, so he'll be the first one here to come for the second time to pit road. Looking at it, 30 laps to go. Yeah, if you hit your fuel mark just perfect, you'd be able to make it from this point on. A lot of those drivers, remember, went 34 laps on their first stint of fuel, as Cole Day does look like he has some right front damage there to that number 99. See Day in the Rockstar Energy number 99. One of our good friends, Doyle Lowrance, out there has done some paint work for Cole Day here on iRacing. There's the race lead. It's starting to shrink. William Ridgeway, you have company in the form of the storm from the north here tonight in Texas. Max Terrio has wheeled him back in. More drivers continuing to come to pit road. Murdoch and Feeney. Higgins now brings the 20-year anniversary checkered flag auto supply number 30 to pit road for their final stops here of the evening. Barring that there is no none of those dirty yellow flags that come out or something, you know? So Joe Strano coming to pit road. Strano switched his number this past season, threw us for a curveball when we showed up to Daytona. Joe has always run the number 43. This year switched to the 23. Joe Strano, a Bubba Wallace fan, and he watches NASCAR, so he switched his number. Hey, why not? You always got to have somebody to root for. See Jeffrey Souza bring the Triad Racing entry to pit road, and now that battle, not even a car length. That's for the race lead. Terrio goes high, swings it down low, as Ridgway will come to pit road. So William Ridgway will come to pit road here on lap number 63. He gets that Ford woed up. That pony was hauling it. Uh-oh, Peyton Johnson going to go around. Peyton Johnson, who was having an amazing run here tonight at Texas, going to slide into pit road. He's going to have to do a 360. No kickflip, though. You got to turn back around, but that's going to be the night here that he is going to want to have back. Peyton Johnson. Take a look. You see him coming onto pit road. Trying to get everything he can, and it just locks up the rear tires. And around the center round is legal. Number 15 goes. Let's listen. Here, Johnson trying. It sounds like the car's off coasting. Trying to come to pit road there, and unfortunately, when he dropped it back in gear, is when the rear tires kicked out from underneath him. Unfortunate for Peyton Johnson, who was having a great run deep inside the top 10. Max Terriot's still the race leader. He is still out here. He has not come to pit road. The car right behind him, that's the number 38 of Brandon Feeney, as we have some cloud cover that have rolled into the Texas area here. Going to change the track conditions just a little bit. Brandon Feeney has been on and off of pit road, so he's getting a lap back there as he swung around the number 42. Looks like Max will come to pit road this time off turn number 4. We're going to bring DJ Anderson along with him, so only a handful of drivers have yet to come to pit road. Jason Wells, Ethan Troutman have not brung their machines to pit road with 23 laps to go. Should expect them here in the next 3 laps. There you see Danny Valenzuela coming back out. Looks like Cole Day has called it an evening here from Texas, so the 99, who is running very well inside the top 10, will call it a night. 24th disappointing finish for him here tonight at Texas. There's the race leader. One of them going to peel off, come to pit road. Body armor number 62 come to pit road this time. So Ethan Troutman, his last time to pit road. I bet he'll ask for a body armor real quick. Just a Hinkle. So that just leaves one. The alien himself. Looks like he might be coming this time. He's down on the bottom side, and yes, he will. He'll peel off. Right at the line there, gave it a blip, got down to pit road speed. 45 miles an hour here tonight. And it's a lonely pit road. Just Josiah Millen coming back out onto the raceway. So that will turn the race lead back over to William Ridgway here tonight. So William Ridgway now the race leader with 21 laps to go. But don't look in your mirror. Where did James Skelton come from? Cotton Eye Joe. A 2-tire stop for James Skelton here tonight is what has gotten him right there into that second position. Looking at it. Yeah, the times are almost identical here between those two drivers. Max Terriot comes out of pit road, though. There he is. 20 laps to go in a 4.7 second deficit here for Max Terriot. Will he be able to make up the deficit? Looking at about 0.4 of a second faster. Well, if this race goes green to the end here, he should be able to make up that difference. It's been all green flag racing here tonight. I believe we've only seen two different contacts, 3 different contacts, I believe. If you count Peyton Johnson into the inside wall. Dalton Williamson and Josiah Millen making contact. believe there was one more, and now it slipped my mind here tonight. Zach Mitchell trying to make contact inside the top 5, but first he's got to get around old Richard Murdoch. Murdoch snuck inside the top 10 here late in this one. Can he hold on, though, is going to be the question. He was up to 6th. Now he's back to 8th, though, as Chris Hamilton and Zach Mitchell have got around him. It looks like Sean Butler also is coming. There's 6 laps difference on those tires between Murdoch and Butler. Murdoch pitted back on lap number 60, so he does have 6 lap older tires. Doesn't look like he's going to put up much of a fight here, as he let Sean Butler have the inside lane through 1 and 2. To go. Well, Jeremy, I think old Murdoch's got to get the claws up right now. Get going. Get these pixel cars going. Brandon Feeney battling. This is the battle actually for the 18th position right now here between Tony Strano and Brandon Feeney. If you follow Brandon Feeney, you know Brandon Feeney has a new podcast that he has up in Canada. It's called The Feeney Call. Talks to drivers in the Canadian series that, well, race north of the border. Shines a little spotlight on them. But if you have a little spotlight to shine on Brandon Feeney, the driver, the wheelman of them all, doesn't just run here on iRacing. He's run everything from Canadian Legends cars to modifieds to late models to trucks to mini stocks. This guy will wheel it. If it's got 4 tires on, he'll find a way to wheel and deal it around the racetrack. And then here on iRacing, as of late, he's been on a hot streak. Maybe not here on Monday night, but he's been putting in a lot of time, and he's been pulling out those big W's, finding himself into victory lane. Race fans, while we have 15 laps to go as the battle rages for that second spot, as Max Terriel has really closed in on James Skelton. We got to thank you tonight for tuning in on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If it's your first time tuning in here tonight, well, make sure to hit that thumbs up, smash the bell, hit the subscribe button, get all the notifications anytime we go live with the series here on Monday night or Thursday nights. We bring you the Short Track Scrambler series on Thursday nights, but we also got to thank all of our sponsors that make things happen here on Monday night as you see the battle getting closer and closer down the back straightaway. Max Terriel has the 4 tires compared to the 2 tires for James Skelton. There's been a big deficit in tires here as of late. I don't think this is going to be much of a battle here, as the inside door will open, and here comes the 42. Make sure you take your boots off. We're in Texas. Don't drag it through the house, as the 42 now swings into P number 2, bumping James Skelton back to what is now the 3rd position. But as we were saying, we got to thank the Checkered Flag Auto Supply located in Ayer, Massachusetts. Checkered Flag Auto Supply, well, they've been serving the Ayer area for 20 years. A local owned and operated mom and pop store. So without the locals up there, they wouldn't be able to last 20 years. We thank them for their continued support here with the series. We also got to thank Celeratus Legal. Peyton Johnson opening up his own legal firm in the Virginia area, leveraging technology to obtain your legal results. Contact Celeratus today and have them work out your legal issues. We also got to thank the Feeney Call for stepping up on board this season. Make sure to catch the Feeney Call podcast over on YouTube. Next time by, we tend to go in the deficit as he works off turn number 1 and 2. There's the race leader, that pink machine, that's the race leader. Oh, Brandon Feeney into the wall off turn 2, right ahead of the race leader of William Ridgway. I'm sure that was a pucker factor of 10. As William will see the double high fives this time at the flag stand. And I can tell you that it's not looking good because Max Terriel is definitely faster. Half a second last time by is what Max Terriel was faster than the race leader of William Ridgway. It's going to be a barn burner here in Texas. See if Max Theriault can navigate the 38 of Brandon Feeney. Feeney will swing high through the tri-oval. Give Max the bottom side down there into the corner. So now there's no cars between the race leader and second place. He's riding on board with William Ridgway. About 3 car lengths as they flash underneath the flag stand here tonight. The sun peeking back out down here in 1 and 2. You can see the sun's back out with 8 to go. The heat is on. The race is on. Will Ridgway fold under the pressure from the wily veteran? The storm from the north has definitely blown in here. Ridgway has a game on the hood and the side of that car. He's going to have to bring it as here comes Max Theriault. He gets to the inside of that number 39. As Max is so smooth down on the bottom side, can Ridgway wind it back up? He cannot. Ridgway does have some damage, so the right front quarter panel could be hampering the performance of that A game number 39. As now with 6 laps to go, Max Theriault has inserted himself into that number 1 spot with just 6 laps remaining here at Texas. This may be a battle before the end of this one also. James Skelton and DJ Anderson. Anderson is faster, but he's got 2 lap cars between him and James Skelton. High five this time. How are you? Lap here for Max Theriault. 5 laps to go for him at the line. There's Peyton Johnson on the back straightaway, though. We talked about the woes for the Southern Radis driver, the driver out of Virginia. Had a good top 10 going, just kind of little mistake on the pit road. Going to dock him back to the 13th position here tonight, it looks like. Still a good showing here for Peyton Johnson, showing them that he can run with the guys at the front of the field. So 4 more rotations around here. Max trying to pick up his 2nd win of the season. Working on some lap cars. That's the 3 of Tony Strano here tonight. Strano will get out of the way. He'll go down to the bottom side of the speedway. Getting the old do it for Dale lap here. 3 more times. 3 more times around the 1.5 miles here at Texas. No battles anywhere on the racetrack as everybody is completely spread out. Drivers' tires really starting to wear out now. They've dropped about 1.5 seconds off their fastest lap times of the evening. Max still able to really hammer into it in 3 and 4. Max just absolutely has this track figured out here tonight. Popsicle sticks up, throw them up, throw them out. 2 to go. Murdoch has a chance here to pick up another spot late with just 2 laps to go. Battle back here. That's Dalton Williamson that's just out ahead of him. So Murdoch could pick up the 11th spot if he can get around that 61. Time is running out because Max Theriault has officially taken the white flag here tonight. So the white flag flying here tonight at Texas. The final trip around. This is Max Theriault's 226th start with the series. He's trying to pick up his 47th win all-time with the series. He already has 46. He's already the highest winning driver of the series. And he'll come out of turn number 4 this time, and he'll sling the 6 shooters around tonight. Max Theriault will go to victory lane. William Ridgway will finish 2nd. And how about the old James Skelton out here? figuring out a strategy to come across P number 3. Murdoch not going to be able to run down Dalton Williamson at the line. So it'll be 12th for Murdoch, 11th for Williamson. But there's the race leader tonight, the number 42, Max Terriel. So these guys how to dance and two-step, line dance, do-si-do here tonight. I don't know any other words for country dancing and anything like that, but he does it here tonight. There he is, the 42. He'll swing it around. He'll go park it on the front straightaway like he always does here for your race fans. And we're going to talk to him in our post-race show that's coming up just after this. Our post-race show brought to us by our friend Brandon Feeney over at the Feeney Call. Make sure to head on over to YouTube and type in the Feeney Call and make sure you give him a like. And, well, make sure you hit his subscribe button, hit the bell, and you can get those notifications when he comes live, bringing you new episodes on YouTube. As Max turns it around, we'll take a quick step away. We'll be back here to Texas with that Feeney Call post-race show here tonight with the top 3 finishers here at the Texas Motor Speedway.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Texas Motor Speedway. The Feeney Call post-race show coming up here next from Texas. After 90 laps of racing action here at the Texas Motor Speedway, we have narrowed it down to just the 3 drivers, and those 3 drivers crossed the finish line, 1, 2, 3, before the rest of the field. Kind of obvious how that all happened, right? Well, let's unfold how this all happened for the driver of the 42 as he is standing by trackside here tonight. Max, you pick up another win here with the series, but this one, you had to pass some cars late in this one to pick up that big win.
Yeah, for me, the key to the race tonight was saving tires. Even if I fell back on the first and second run, I knew if we went green the whole way, that right front would wear out a lot more than most other tracks. And last night proved it also. That's where I learned it from. And yeah, saving tires. That was it.
You talk about saving tires. At one point when you made the pass on, I believe it was late in this one, on James Skelton, we could see a big difference. You took 4 tires, he took 2 tires, but down in turns 3 and 4, this car just looked absolutely hooked up compared to the rest of the field.
Yeah, it's easy to go full throttle early in the run, but I felt like it used up the right rear a little too much, and you kind of lost the bite mid-run and towards the end, so I went easier than maybe I could have gone early in the runs then to save that right rear end. yeah, with two tires, it was probably really loose and really difficult to go back on the throttle in turn 4. So that's where I gained the most on Skelton. But it's a gutsy call. 2 tires. He held on to third, so that was a good call on him.
A good call by you here tonight also with saving those tires. But now you pick up your second win of the series this season. I believe, what did I say here? That's going to be now your 47th career win with the series. Throw that all to the side because, man, there's a Coliseum that is on the horizon here as we head to Bristol next week. What do you think of saving tires there?
Yeah, that also plays a role if we go green for a while. I remember running a good race with James up front and fell back, but tire saving was still part of that race back then. But yeah, that's one that I'm looking forward to. If we can get green flag runs, it's a different track than anything else we have, so hopefully we can put on a good show there.
Well, we will look forward to checking that out next week, Max. But, hey, what do you say we roll the old red carpet out? It's a little dusty right now, with the leaves falling down here. But, hey, roll the red carpet out, hand you the microphone. Who do you got to thank for another great run here on Monday night?
Thanks. Yeah, again, my fiance, my friend Max, flying back from Nashville, so hope it all went well. And my dad, Turn 3 Network broadcasts every week. That's always a treat. Josh, James, and Richard for running this Monday night Scrambler series. Bob Higgins for his Checkered Flag Auto Supply sponsor. And yeah, congrats also to William, second place finish. We'll see you guys next week.
There you have it. Max Terriot tonight picking up his second win of the season. He's already locked into the playoffs. He doesn't have to worry about Bristol next week. One driver that hasn't picked up a win, William, it looked like you were sitting in the catbird seat here tonight late in this one, but the tires played out a big factor here, and Max Terriot was able to get around you. What kind of car did you have out there at Texas?
Tight one. I don't know. I don't know how to save tires here, I guess. I feel like other places I can save tire pretty well, but here I can't compete with Max apparently. And it's crazy how much faster he was. I know he pitted 3 or 4 laps ahead of or after me, but that he was 3 or 4 tenths faster per lap, every lap, and that was crazy.
Yeah, he certainly had this track here tonight in Texas figured out. We saw some cloud cover here tonight. Did that make a difference for this number 39 out there? Or could you not tell the difference between the big old Texas sun versus those big clouds out there?
I don't think I could tell a difference. It felt tighter than it usually does. Typically, for me at least, the rear end kind of loses grip at the end of the run, but this time this whole race, it just was not the case. It was that right front was getting eaten up, and I thought I was doing, a decent job, and just wasn't the case.
So a second place finish is still good. It's still going to keep you well inside that cut line for those playoffs that are coming up because we're already halfway through the season. Last time we were at a short track, it didn't really work out for you. It looks like a 27th place finish back at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. How do you think Bristol's going to go next week in the old truck? The old tailgaters are coming out.
Oh, I'm pretty happy. I'm excited. I like short tracks. Short tracks are my I wouldn't call niche, but they're my favorites. That's where I come from as far as iRacing goes. So I hope to put on a good showing and save tires a little bit better.
Well, I can tell you, whatever you do, don't spin on the pit road like Peyton Johnson did tonight. All right, just don't do that, and I think you're going to be all right.
He was pretty beat up on it. He was beating up on himself about that.
Well, we'll make sure to shoot him a message a little bit later and beat up on him even more for you here. But, hey, William, before we let you go here tonight, who do you got to thank back home?
Yeah, pay to win setups, Peyton Johnson, Thomas Ridgway. He had to go pre-race, but you do a great job. Your broadcasts are really good and fun to watch back. Josh and them for running the league. This is to run 90 laps at Texas with however many cars we had. I don't even know, but it was up there. that's crazy. And it's a lot of fun. And one more, Celeradus Legal. Like to thank them as well.
There you heard it. William Ridgway comes in as a rookie, but he can definitely, hold his own weight against some of the best here in the series on Monday night. So Max Theriault picks up the win. William Ridgway was second, and the driver that picks up the most spots here tonight, he's standing by also, and he's tapping his watch and tapping his foot. He's got to go for a walk here yet tonight. But James, a great run and a great call late here by you to just put 2 tires on this 86.
Yeah, thanks, Roger. It's good talking to you. It's been a little bit. I actually think, really the 2 tires, they gave me 1 position on DJ. I think I was a little bit better than him on the long run, so maybe could have passed him. But I didn't really know how William got such a 4-second lead on that first set of pit stops. I guess he just pitted that much earlier and was on and off pit road that much better. So I just kind of thought he did it. I really didn't practice it, and it turned out okay. Texas is actually one of my better tracks, so just keep getting a little bit better every race.
So you talk about getting better every race here. We haven't seen you quite crack the top, we'll call it the top 5 as much as we're used to seeing. What's going on back home there with the old sim rig? Just not enough time to get the laps in?
No, I've actually thought North Wilkesboro, myself and Sean, right when we pitted, caution came out. No, excuse me. North Wilkesboro, I got turned early. I thought that's one of my better tracks, never really had a chance and had damage and had to get that fixed. Got it fixed, and then got more damage, got wrecked again. Still got an okay finish, and then Iowa was the one that I was on pit road and just flopped everything. That's one of my better tracks. So it's just, that's racing. Just some things have happened that haven't been able to really get up there. Last week at Watkins Glen, I was pumped with the finish that I have. We just have some really good guys that are good on the road courses. So looking forward to next week. Bristol's another good track to me, and see what happens.
So what you're saying is you don't want to use the Joshua Buckley line of saying it's the wheel, the pedal, now it's the computer?
Oh, not at all. It's it's all feel. It's all relative. I remember Tim Blum, who used to always race with us, won a lot of races. He had like an old school, whatever the one before the G27 was, and he did just fine. So I think it's all just feel and, just getting used to whatever you have.
Well, I guess you must be used to it because you got that old girl dialed in just perfectly here on Monday nights usually. So, hey, another great run for you. What do you say we let you get out there and work off some of those carbs you packed on here today, probably in the office? So who do you got to thank back home in South Carolina?
That's Alex. It's been a while since I remember those right. First off, thank you, Roger, for everything you do. I'll definitely check out the broadcast tonight. Thanks for all the guys coming out. Like William said, we had a really big field, and to go green, this is one reason I really like our league is we can actually have some really long runs. So thank you to all the guys that came out. Everybody, all the fans that were watching, Checker Flag, Auto Supply, Sim Racer Hub, all our other sponsors, Turn 3 Racing Network. And then thank my teammate Richard. We put a little time in early in the week. Thank him. And if I missed anybody else, I apologize. And always like having Flowertown Animal Hospital on the car, supporting my wife's work. And I'll see you guys all next week.
There it is. It's the Flowertown Animal Hospital 86 for James Skelton. He'll put 2 tires on, pick up 11 spots overall here tonight, and he'll finish in that 3rd spot. That'll round out the top 3 finishers here tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway. It was race number 5 of the season. That means we're halfway through the regular season. Where have we been? We've been to Daytona. Tony Strano picked up the win. Iowa, Max took the cornfields home with him to the north. And then we were at North Wilkesboro. Chris Hammett picked up the win. Watkins Glen, Zach Mitchell drank the wine. And here tonight, Max Theriault wears the big hat and slings the 6-shooters here at the Texas Motor Speedway. The next 5 races that are left here for the series to, the final races that these drivers can pick up wins to lock themselves in without trying to point themselves in, we head to the Bristol Motor Speedway. Before we head to the big track at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Then we head down to the Lady in Black, that's the Darlington Raceway, before we head home to Charlotte. And then we will wrap up the regular season at the Michigan International Speedway. That'll be a good one on December the 4th. The Gen 4 car comes back out. That'll be a super fast race at the Michigan International Speedway. Look forward to that one. So a lot of good races left here on the schedule for these drivers to try and pick up wins to get into that playoffs. You want to get into the playoffs to have a chance to win the championship. So it's not over just yet for these drivers. Still 5 more races. Well, we're just about done here tonight. We do got to thank everybody that tuned in here tonight to watch us on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And we got to thank everybody at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply and everybody over at Red Light Racing. And they as well thank you tonight for tuning in. But until we catch you next week, race fans, we hope you all stay safe. And we'll see you in Turn 3.